Alright, so back again, and if you didn't watch the Masters deck profile, that's alright. So quickly, just want to say sorry I haven't had some content for the last few weeks. When we had the Cyclone come through, I grinded a bit too much and sort of burnt myself out. There's only so many times you can lose to Margin Boo before it gets a bit what am I doing? But I spent the last week and a half just absolutely grinding the hell out of One Piece, because there was a One Piece regionals last weekend, Masters and Fusion Worlds. So it felt really good today to get some value out of all the hard work that I put in. And actually, massive shout out to everyone that actually come and said hi to me over the weekend. There was actually a fair few people that come and said, hey, I watch your videos. It's actually a really wholesome feeling for me, and it's really cool. So I appreciate those guys for coming up, saying hi. It did actually make my day a little bit. So we played a Green Goku. There was a point where I started thinking maybe I don't play Green Goku because Majin Buu was just dominating everything. And Majin Buu is such a bad matchup. I don't know how many times I actually beat a Majin Buu, if I'm being honest, and well, we beat one today. So I hadn't put so much work into Goku to not take him, because the other deck that I would have taken is probably Jiren, and I didn't think I wanted to play Jiren. I don't think I would have enjoyed myself if I had to play Jiren. I literally, if I went and didn't do good with this, I wouldn't feel bad, because if I just ran into bad matchups, that's just how it is. But I put so much time to this, I would have felt really bad, really annoyed with myself if I didn't play this. So I just need to get an alt leader now, because he's earned himself an alt leader. But let's get into the deck. 3 Chaozu. This card is actually really, really good, especially into Jiren, because what Jiren normally tends to do in the green matchup is just slap down the 4 cost. And then people are saying to me, are you running Fame Greeting, a Warm Greeting? No, I'm not running a Warm Greeting, because it puts it in their energy, gives them extra energy. Yes, to get rid of the Jiren. But this Chaozu, you can play this Chaozu down and stun the Jiren, and then they can't do their skill with it because the Jiren has to be in rest mode. So it switches it to active mode, and you can just stun the Jiren. They can't do their leader, the effect of the Jiren to negate a damage, draw. They can do it if they want to, but they lose a life in the process. So it's not worth it for them. So this card is really good for Jiren, and just good in general. I think I stunned once or twice, but it's really good because it's also grab back from Hercule, so you can just combo it off, grab it back with Hercule. Bulma, I don't know how I feel about Bulma anymore. I feel like I just want to go to... I feel like I want to go to either the Roshi that grabs an extra card from your energy, because there are times where I don't like charging spaceships at all, and there was only one instance today where I had to charge a spaceship, and Roshi lets you pick it up later if you need to, because there's been a few times where I've charged, I'm not running it at the moment, but charged Destructo Disc or something, and I've gone, I really could use Destructo Disc right now, and Bulma's only a top 3, and it can I'm always not a big fan of top searches in this game because there is no way to shuffle your deck. So I feel like going to either the draw 1 Bulma or the Roshi to get it out of your energy is actually a good play to use instead. So, and then we ran 2 1-drop Roshi. I think I actually used this once, so it was rather relevant. I have a 2-2 split of this and Kami, and I actually wish I just played 4 Kami today. I found myself in situations where I probably just, for 1 energy, I just wanted to remove a body rather than take a life. So I feel like I actually probably would have benefited better from running 4 Kami and actually no Roshi. The extra, the take the life is actually good, and it's 10k combo sits on the board, but definitely for today, one of the games I lost was to a Jiren where I really could have used a 1-drop Kami, and because I'm only running 2, it's obviously real hard to see. So, if I were moving forward, that's what I would do. And I'm running 2 Hercule, and I'm actually running this list at 52 because of Hercule and Cell Jr., because Hercule's a late game card, which is really good for getting Chaozu's back, or when I was running Destructo Disc. And I actually swung for game with, swung some damage through with a Hercule today too, because it is a 10k. But if you, I'd gone to 1 Cell Jr., 2 Hercule, and then I tried it the other way around. And they both felt really bad if you grabbed them early game, because if you get Cell Jr. early game, you can't really use it till late game when you're recycling your spaceships, or you just need full power or something. And then sometimes you want to grab back Cheltu's late, and you can't do that if you've charged your Hercule. So I literally went to 52 cards to run two Cell Junior and 2 Hercule, just so that way, like if I did see either of them early and I needed to charge them, I just could, and it was okay. There's probably like another cut I could have made somewhere, but yeah, ultimately, like I'm happy with what happened. 4 Murray, absolute staple of the deck, and really like annoying to play around. Like my last game against my SS4 opponent, like I played down Secret Rare and he had to respond with Bardock, and like he just swung the Bardock and I just like blocked with Murray, and he still had to combo the 2 cards because he'd already swung with, I think he's leader, so he'd already swung with leader and then played down the Bardock, so he had to swing and I was just able to block, and then he still has to combo 2 cards to KO my Secret Rare when like he's just swinging into a blocker. So that got incredible value for me today. And just a few times where it was just really relevant just to be like, okay, I'll just block. 3 Krillin. Krillin is like slowly getting cut down because I'm starting to understand and like cherish the value that Nappa is giving me. For a while, like this is also good because the one thing I found against playing against Majin Buu is you need to be super aggressive to them. You can't be like slow. You have to be so aggressive to them that they can't be playing Barbies because they have to respond to your board. And swinging the Krillin, normally like turn 1 they play a cantrip. You play Krillin turn 2 swing. They swing into the Krillin and you can charge 1 from hand. So you've lost a card from hand, which is like getting your hand size down. You get your extra energy and you've gotten a 20k swing out of it. So Krillin is like, I think, really good in the Buu matchup, but outside of that, it's like, it's sort of a bit niche because people can play around it really easy. 4 Gohan, and I think for a while I was playing 3 Gohan, and then there was just too many big boss monsters that needed answering. So like 6-drop Secret Rare needs to answer this, 6-drop Frieza Secret Rare needs to answer this, so like 2 6-drop Secret Rares, red and yellow. There's also like really good scenarios like into Majin Buu. This card's really good if you need to take a turn just to KO a 3-drop. So there's really a lot of good situations where this card is relevant, and I was like, I was even able to play it with the Gohan a few times today and just get KO and just board presence with it as well. So this card is absolutely probably one of the MVPs of the deck. Absolute crazy card in this deck. Turn 3, swing twice, or just any time throughout the game. Like there's some games where you can just chain 2 of these when you get to like 6 energy, and it's just so hard for your opponents. Like if you've got a Secret Rare established and you're trying to push them to 2 and you just play like 2 of these, there's like, it's so hard for them. And it just applies so much pressure, or even so much pressure into the board. So this card is an absolute must, and like I've been saying from the start, if you couldn't get a hold of these promos, I honestly wouldn't recommend playing the deck. 2 Nappa. Like I said, I'm starting to see a lot more value in this Nappa. There was like, when you play like the slower matchups, like into yellow, I like to go first. Into blue, I like to go first, and just hope I get stuck with this turn 3. Yes, I could obviously play more if I want to get stuck into it, but it does end up a dead card very quickly. It is only like that 1 turn, maybe like turn 3, turn 4, where you have a window to play it. And I just feel like outside of that, it's just a waste, because if you like draw into this off Spaceship, it just feels so bad. Whereas like every other card outside of like sequence, like spots where you don't need the Secret Rare, you could like make value of every card in the deck. Like you draw into a full power, that's removal. Draw into like an extra card that gives you combo power. Like it's all relevant. Whereas like if you draw straight into these, it's just bad because you're not wanting to ramp your life anymore. And like, because like even if you go into this and it's a 0, it's still a body that you can like get off the board with it and then swing for 20. So I feel like 2 is actually a really good number for Nappa. So I was happy with that. And then this guy, I like fought for ages to actually put it in the deck. I put it in at 2, and then when I took the Nappa up to 2 from 1, I actually put a 3rd one of these in, and I was like, I changed my list this morning, and I was really gonna take this back down to 2. So glad that I didn't, because this was my MVP today. There was actually like pretty much a few games where I was able to Nappa into this, and I hadn't been able to fully experience that until today, and it just felt actually amazing. I played this into high school. I just like went first, nappered, removed the napper. I just went turn the following turn into this, and then played down a 3 cost. And then the 3 cost obviously has protection, and then he had a Hercule stuck on board. And then the thing that I realized that he had to either go to 5 Satan City on the field or he couldn't remove it, because the Hercule minuses by 2, and this Gohan effect says all of your battle cards will cost a 3. Doesn't state original cost, just states the cost. So he swung the Hercule and tried to minus this by 2, which he did, and then he minused it 3, which actually gives itself protection because it's now a 3 cost. So he wasn't able to remove either of my bodies, and then just from there, because he'd already done the work to set up to try and remove this, and he didn't actually realize that making this a 3 cost gave it protection. So it actually really swung the game in my favor heavily. And then just from there, I was just able to keep playing just free plays off it and just applying a lot of board pressure. And it actually allowed me to safely play my SCR against my round 1 opponent, Jiren, because I could have played SCR. I think I had this established, and I could have played SCR that turn, but I would have swung with it. And if I had a swung with it, he would have been able to secret rare me next turn and then swing at it and remove it. But by playing it for free off this, it was played inactive, and there was no way for him to minus it to 0. So I was able to ultimately stick that on the board, and it lived for a while because we had a Gohan to follow up with and just prod away, and we were able to finish him with secret rare, obviously single strike, but just being able to play it for free off this was just so cracked. Speaking of secret rare, we run 3. I think 3 you need, because there is actually there was one case in testing where I contemplated going back up to 4, because there was I had 2 in my hand, I charged, okay, I need to charge one, I charged one, and then I ramped one off Nappa, and then this one got removed. It's well, what am I doing then? I'm really sort of stuck now. So there is instances where you can still run 4 of this card if you rely really heavily on it, I probably maybe do a bit too much. So 3 instant Kamehamehas, and I literally, this was Destructo discs. This was actually 2 Destructo discs and 1 7-cost secret rare, just in case we went long game and I wanted to wipe a board. So I thought there might have been a case for that, and I actually watched the digital online tournament this morning, the Worlds for it, and the guy that won the Green Goku versus Boo matchup, he actually used these, and I was originally running these at the start, and then I just thought it felt bad pitching energy, but late game, if you're pushing through and you've only got a couple cards in hand, you can start swinging. I swung for my my second game against Majin Buu that I won. I actually popped 2 of these on a Cell Junior swing, plus some 10Ks. So if these were Destructo discs, I gotta pay for them, and I can't do that. So just the utility of them being a 0 for 15 was actually huge, and I'm really, really glad that I went to this. 3 full power, because you do have to respect Jiren, and you do have to respect boards that get big quickly. So if they play down in blue, they play down a Gohan and you can't remove it, but next turn they play another Gohan, so it removes 2 costs. This is Sickle. I still really wish that this was able to be paid for 3, and if you were at 2 or less, it was reduced by 1. I really think, because there was a few instances where I was I really want a full power right now, but I was at 3 life, so I couldn't. So it made it feel real bad. 4 spaceships, as I say, you live and die by how many spaceships you see, and it come back and bit me on the ass today, because I saw 3 spaceships and a Cell Junior, so I used 4 spaceships in my loss to my Trunks opponent today, and I actually lost. So there is still the narrative that you live and die by how many of these you see, and it does make a massive difference how many of these you see. Unfortunately, the one game where I was able to utilize 4 of them, I wasn't able to win, but that was literally my own mistake for not being patient enough and just sort of going for lethal when I didn't have it. And of course, 4 super combos. As we say, it's still the same super combo. You'll see we got our prizing. So we got number 768 Serial. These cards look absolutely amazing, as we do see the Masters one, which I didn't show in my Masters video, so we thought we would quickly whip it out and show it. So overall, awesome weekend, super happy. Big shout out to my best mate, Michael. He come out and had a go at his first regional event, and unfortunately he was he got to feel my pain of just bubbling out. He just missed out on top 32, and for his first tournament, it was actually, he's been a massive testing partner for me, and I probably owe him a lot of gratitude, because I was able to spam this deck a lot, and at the end of the day, look where it got me. So overall, happy with the performance of the weekend. Appreciate you all checking out the video, and we'll catch you all on another one soon.